The art of net play. 3 strategies for winning points at the net. As a tennis player, winning points at the net can give you a significant advantage during your games. The net game is an essential aspect of tennis, and it requires a different set of skills than the baseline game. It can also help you finish the point quickly and conserve your energy. However, approaching the net can also be risky if you don't execute your shots properly. At the net, players have the advantage of controlling the pace of the game, which can often result in winning points. But they are exposed to the risk of opponents hitting the ball past them. So in this video, we will talk about the art of net play. To begin, here are 3 strategies for winning points at the net. Strategy 1. Move forward early. One of the essential strategies for winning points at the net is to move forward early. By moving forward early, you can force your opponent into a defensive position, making it more difficult for them to hit an effective passing shot. When you're at the net, you have the advantage of being closer to the opponent's court, which gives you more options for where to place your shots. Also, moving forward quickly allows you to overcome your opponent. Your opponent has less time to react and change their shot when you're near the net, which may lead to a weaker shot or even unforced errors. Moving forward early puts you in a position of control. When you take the ball early, you don't have time for a big backswing. Using a compact swing with a short backswing and a quick follow-through will help you to generate power and control the direction of the ball. Strategy 2. Poaching. Poaching is a highly effective strategy in doubles tennis that involves intercepting an opponent's shot at the net before it lands on your side of the court. By doing so, you can disrupt your opponent's rhythm, put them under pressure, and win easy points. The key to effective poaching is anticipation. You must read your opponent's shots and predict their ball placement. Excellent footwork and quick reflexes are needed for this. Observing your opponent's body language and racket position will help you anticipate their shots most accurately. For successful poaching, you must be positioned correctly at the net. You may move more freely and respond quickly to your opponent's shots from this posture. You should stand close to the center of the court and slightly in front of your partner. Keep a low stance and keep your options open. Strategy 3. Chip and charge. Chip and charge is a classic tennis strategy that can be highly effective for winning points at the net. The move includes hitting a low, sliced shot, this is called the chip, and then charging towards the net as quickly as possible. By carrying out this move, a player can put pressure on their opponent and cause them to make mistakes or hit weak shots, which will ultimately result in victory at the net. To execute a successful chip and charge, the player must first hit a deep and low slice shot, which lands just over the net and bounces low. The shot should be hit with a backspin, causing it to skid low and stay low after the bounce. This can be challenging to execute, but with practice, it can become a reliable shot in a player's arsenal and a veritable net play staple. The chip and charge also has the advantage of breaking up the rhythm of the opponent. If a player is used to hitting long rallies from the baseline, the sudden change in pace and strategy can throw the player off and make them uncomfortable. The player at the net may have the chance to take charge of the point and control the play as a result of this. One potential drawback of the chip and charge strategy is that it can be risky. If the opponent anticipates the player's move and hits a strong passing shot or lob, the player at the net may be left stranded and unable to recover. This can result in a lost point or even a lost game. Nonetheless, it isn't the only strategy available. With careful shot selection, you can still win at the net. Here are 3 shots to use immediately that can boost your net game. Shot 1. The lob. One effective tactic is using the lob to win points at the net. The lob is a high, arching shot that travels over the opponent's head, forcing them to retreat and possibly miss the ball altogether. The advantages of using a lob at the net must be understood. When you're at the net, your opponent may try to hit a passing shot to get the ball past you and win the point. The opponent will be forced to move to the back of the court if you use a lob, and in doing so, this often will stop them from making a successful passing shot. A well-placed lob can also put the other player on the defense. Shot 2. The volley. Volleying is a crucial skill in tennis that can help players to win points at the net. When volleying, players should aim to make contact with the ball in front of their body, ideally at shoulder height or above. This allows them to hit the ball with more power and control, and also gives them a better view of the court. To achieve this, Players need to have good hand-eye coordination and be able to react quickly to incoming shots. Players should keep their eyes on the ball and be ready to move their feet to adjust their positioning every time they hit the ball. When approaching the net, it's crucial to have the proper stance. Players should move forward quickly and take small, quick steps to maintain balance and control. In order to easily get to the ball and have enough time to react, they should also place themselves correctly away from the net. Shot 3. Approach shots. Approach shots are an essential part of tennis, and they can be a great way to set up points and win points at the net. When you get to the net, make sure you have a good net presence. This means getting low and being ready to move quickly. Stay on your toes and be prepared to move to either side of the court to make a winning volley. Try to intimidate your opponent by showing your readiness to intercept the ball and putting pressure on them to make a perfect shot. When hitting approach shots, you need to follow through with your shot, even when the ball is not a winner. This will help you maintain control and keep the ball in play, giving you another opportunity to hit a winning shot at the net. Keep in mind that hitting the approach shot deep and with pace will make it harder for your opponent to hit an effective passing shot. Don't be predictable in your approach shots. Mix up the pace, spin, and angle of your shots to keep your opponent guessing. Use different types of approach shots, such as slice, topspin, and flat shots, to make it harder for your opponent to anticipate your shot. Positioning. Positioning at the net is crucial to winning a game in tennis. However, to be effective at the net, players must position themselves correctly so they can take advantage of any opportunities that come their way. When at the net, players should be aware of the possible shots their opponents can play and position themselves accordingly. For example, if the opponent is likely to play a cross-court shot, the player should position themselves closer to the sideline to cover the angle. Similarly, if the opponent is likely to play a down-the-line shot, the player should position themselves closer to the center of the court. When at the net, players should look to take control of the point by playing aggressive shots. This puts pressure on the opponent and gives the player more opportunities to win the point. However, it is important to balance aggression with control, as playing too aggressively can result in errors. Patience and pressure. Winning points at the net in tennis require a combination of pressure and patience. Patience at the net involves waiting for the right opportunity to strike. It requires players to be composed and disciplined, willing to wait for the right shot before going for a winner. Players need to be aware of their opponent's strengths and weaknesses and adjust their game accordingly. One way to apply pressure is by taking away time from the opponent. This can be done by hitting volleys and half volleys that are struck early, forcing the opponent to react quickly. Players can also approach the net quickly after a strong serve or return, leaving the opponent with little time to set up and prepare for the shot. In conclusion, winning points at the net requires a combination of skills and strategies. Players who can master the net game have a significant advantage over their opponents, and they can win more points in matches. By focusing on these strategies, you can become a dominant force at the net and win more matches. So, that's all for today's video, and thanks for watching it. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more videos like this. I will see you in the next video. Take care and stay tuned.